Good day, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our automated signal as long as you are on SIM. We're not responsible for your trade. We had a good start this morning with the long trades, and then we have a couple news, and then the market right now is a little bit unstable, but we're going there. We came in on the ES at the double support 6402, and now here it was a re-entry, and now we're going up to the institutional target, which is 64.1125. Profit taking on this. The morning target on the ES, it is 64.1125 and 64.15. Those are the morning target for the ES. However, the Nasdaq is a little bit the sad story on the Nasdaq. There is a lot of support in here, so it's not we're not your financial advisor, but it's not advisable to take short on the Nasdaq at this moment. It's not. So you have to be careful with the Nasdaq. And in order for us to go short on the Nasdaq, we need to cross those triple support area, and that is not good, you know. And then every time when to our members, when you see on the market analyzer you have a buy ES and a Nasdaq short, indicate the market is not in sequence, and one of them, either the ES or the Nasdaq, is gonna give in to the other one. So remember, doesn't matter what type of auto trade you are using, when there is confliction between Nasdaq and ES and they are not in sequence, you are going to be in trouble despite what kind of auto trade you are using. So be careful. Don't turn on your auto trade if you don't know what you're doing. If we are looking at the ES, the buyers over the sellers, and the ES is very strong to the long side, where the Nasdaq is not strong short, but it is short. So there is a confliction in the market. They are not in sequence. When they are not in sequence, that means you are in trouble. So be careful with your trades. And we have the scalper ES 250 ticks. We are already up 1,000, and we have the gold. I'm holding a little bit on the Nasdaq at this moment to see what direction the Nasdaq is going to take, and then we make a decision. The YM is following the ES, so we can take it. There is plenty of room, so we can take the Nasdaq to the YM to the 45,141 to the higher level, because of maybe good potential for the ES to hit the institutional target 64.11. So we are just at the moment, I'm not too happy taking a trade on the Nasdaq, and I'm letting the Nasdaq go. And as you see from the support, the Nasdaq is back, and here is the re-entry short on the Nasdaq. So the Nasdaq is extremely tight. Doesn't matter what kind of auto trade you are using. Doesn't matter if it's the auto trade from us or somebody else. We have 20 different auto trades, reversals, scalper, swing trading, whatever. It's not that. It's just the Nasdaq is very tight, and there is a re-entry on the Nasdaq at 23,361, and there is a 23,366. There are two different entries short on the Nasdaq, and most likely, if the Nasdaq cross the 23,367, is gonna turn around to go long. So the Nasdaq is very tight if you are auto trading the Nasdaq, and the ES is, or the YM, they look much more good potential for auto trading than the Nasdaq. So if you are, we're not trying to teach a price action. What we are trying to teach you how you can control or manage your auto trade without get in trouble. Of course, in any market there is pain, and you have to tolerate the pain to get the gain. So you need to be a little bit patient when you are in the trading. So the scalper took a long trade. And you can see where the re-entry on the Nasdaq, and this is the second re-entry. We hope that we are able to cross the 23,367. That will really make it easy on us if the Nasdaq is in sequence parallel to the ES, and then all your trade, that will be okay. So you have to be careful with your trades. So the scalper broke even, and by the way, we have new updates on the scalper for our members on Monday, so try to be there, please. We have a new release on the scalpers. Here it is, the target hit, and we are right now 1,250 on the ES. We're about to hit the target one institutional number, and this one here is a profit taking on 64.11. 64.11 profit taking. So be careful. As we said, the re-entry, and here's the re-entry, and on the Nasdaq, still there is a lot of support on the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is not going very far from the triple support area here, so be careful. If you're auto trade taking a short, you have to be very careful. It's going to turn around at this moment. We can look from the market analyzer and see, look, the sellers are not way over the buyers with a 6 different time frame, and the market analyzer is mixed. It's not all in red, and the sellers, they're not really over the buyers. So be careful with the Nasdaq. It's a very unpredictable movement on the Nasdaq at this moment. Even if you take a trade by mistake and you made money out of it, you don't want to take a trade by mistake. What we need consistency. Doesn't matter the amount of money, is the consistency. So if you got lucky with one short trade today, I'm sure the next week or tomorrow you will take 3 more trades, losing trades. So we cannot count on the luck. We need to count on consistency, how to avoid the chop market. So this is really important. The market is really sitting on idle at this moment, and the Nasdaq wants to go down, and there are a support, a double support, and most likely is going to break that support, the Nasdaq, and it seems like is dragging the ES with him, but the ES right now, what is holding the ES is the 6402, so support area. So you gotta be careful with taking a short trade on the ES, and I would be careful to not take a short trade at this moment on the Nasdaq. Can turn around from the support, the double support area. So you gotta be really careful how you play in it. Okay, we're back to 1,125 on the scalping, and I'm so glad that the trade closed before we hit the double support area here. So let's see what happened on the double support. If the Nasdaq going to drag the ES with him, let's see. It did. Let's see where the bar going to close. You have a sell order on 64, and the Nasdaq hit the institutional target too, and most likely it will finish for today. Target 3 is for the afternoon, but it seems like we're gonna hit the target 3 at 23,265. So this is the final destination for it, and it seems like the ES lost it, and we're gonna have a short signal on the ES on the market analyzer very soon. So let's see if it breaks the last support area here. It is really important to break the last support area. We're still on the scalper 1,125. If he break the support, we will make more money on the scalper. If it don't, we'll break even. That's it. The ES refused to go below that line here, and as you see, we hit the target 2, profit taken. There is no long, there is no short on the Nasdaq. Forget the Nasdaq. And the ES maintain above the support area 6,398. So here it is. That's why we are scalping the ES today, and The ES is trying again to penetrate the support 63.98, and if you notice having a problem breaking the support area, and we'll see. On the scalper we still 1125. There is a new sell signal on the ES, a new sell signal on the ES, and a new sell signal on the CL. ES and CL. The CL is a buy, the ES is sell. It's right there. It's a really hard day today with the market, so be patient with it. Nice trade on the scalper. There is a 6B short, new signal on the 6B. I don't trade 6B, but you have a sell signal on the 6B. There is no action in the market at this moment. It's a little bit boring. Just going back and forth, couple bars, and it's not much. Again, the Nasdaq got stuck on those triple support right there, and you have to be careful with the Nasdaq. Be careful, there is a re-entry on the Nasdaq right there, 23,343. So don't take long on the Nasdaq, or do not allow the Autotrader to take long on the Nasdaq. You see what is the re-entry right there? What is the weight was exactly? Let's see what happened. Very hard day today for auto trading, and stay profitable. You need to watch the market movement today, whether you like it or not. Despite you have an auto trade, it is nice to keep your eye on the market to see how is it going. The scalper broke even on that trade. As we said, this is the re-entry. 23,340. That was your re-entry. Finally, the Nasdaq is given up to the ES and we're going back up long. Be careful. Finally, the Nasdaq start working with the ES, tried to go short, didn't work, and now we are out of the wood. And now the Nasdaq easily can be auto traded long. Another winning trade on the scalper, we have 1,350. You know, we shared the template for the gold on Monday. The gold auto trade is doing extremely well. Last week, the gold made 21,750 in actually 3 days. The gold is doing very well. We also shared the Arenco on the M strategy. We shared on Monday the selling on the Arenco for the M strategy is doing extremely well as well. We give away the template last week, made 7,987. Is doing very well. Well, today is a little bit different, but usually it is extremely good. So you can use a trailing, you can use a stop loss, or you let the auto trade take advantage of it and close by itself, whatever you want. But it's doing very well. And but today was a nasty day, so it's okay. Had much more, and he lost a few, and then he won a few. That's life. But it's doing very well, the Forex. we're back to the institutional number 6411 on the ES. There is not much going on. There is some buyers, you can see from here, there are some buyers buying, trying to push the market up. Is on a full throttle, the buyers over the sellers. There is some orders coming in from 1 to 30, from 1 to 30, everything it is in the green, where you can see the Nasdaq is a really struggling market from 1 to 30, and from 1 to 30 minutes is really mixed. That's why you're not getting anywhere with auto trading the Nasdaq. So be careful. The Nasdaq is not tradable day today. We said that from the beginning. When I saw that, I didn't even bother to turn on any auto trade on the Nasdaq. Now the M strategy can handle the volatility on the Nasdaq, but you need to keep your eye on it, or you need to use a stop loss. Profit taken again from the institutional number 6411 on the ES. The second target is around 11 o'clock plus minus 5-10 minutes. And this is the morning target for today. So now it's 10:50. We should hit target 2 by 11 o'clock. $64.11 by ES.